So we have this little problem, actually 3 of them. Don't know where the other one is. And they're tearing our couch apart. And I'll show you how it looks. So this is a tape material that Amelia bought to help protect the corner of the couch from any further damage. Now, if you have cats, and many of you probably do, they are always looking for something to claw. It's a natural reflex for sharpening and naturally, regenerating their claws. So they like to scratch things. So you want to put plenty of objects around the house that act as lightning rods for cats. For example, a scratching post. This was too little too late. See, there he goes. So I just trimmed their nails, all 3 of them, all 3 cats. And now they're trying to claw at shit. They've gotten to my record player. They've done a little bit of damage, but again, I keep little lightning rods all over the place. This one over here is protecting the Grunow from the old radio, from claws. So, and then we have these scratching posts on either side, and then they're cats. They do this table, for example. About once a year, I have to paint these legs. So it's getting to the point where I'm like, all right, we need to come up with something that doesn't look like crap to protect the couch, and that's what we're going to do today. So I went ahead and I bought the materials. Oh, they also like to crush down cushions. We just cleaned this. We just cleaned this, and he's not amused. I'll clean it again. But anyway, I'm going to make a wooden cover that kind of covers the corner of the couch. It's going to have fabric on it, like a carpet-like material that I bought, and it's going to dress up this corner of the couch, and I'm going to design it in a way that it could be covered again once they rip all that off, because I know they will. They're cats. They're going to do cat things. When you have cats, you've got to understand that you cannot have nice things. It's like a law that comes written into the unwritten contract of every cat owner. So I'm going to need to cut a piece of wood about 29 and a half, because the covering is going to make up the difference of the 29 and a quarter. 29 and a half long on both sides. So 29 and a half. And then we're gonna cut this one that goes over here. We're gonna cut it to contour down to this 29 and a half. Let's go ahead and do some cutting. So I got this is actually a light carpet material. This is sold as an indoor-outdoor rug, but it has no backing to it, so it's good and flexible. And it's also very inexpensive. This was $27 for all of this. So this gives us almost a lifetime worth of replacement material. They used to sell this in smaller rolls, but 6x8 indoor-outdoor area rug. No backing. It's a non-woven material. I think the stuff was made by Foss, actually. Was it made, where was it made? There used to be a factory in New Hampshire that actually made this stuff. Out in, I believe, near Hampton. And where was this one made? Distributed by Made in USA. So this was probably actually made in New Hampshire. If it was made in the factory, I think it was. But anyway, here's what I bought. This is 1 by 6. And what I'm going to do is we're going to cut these down to length, and then I'm going to use one of them. I'm going to take one of them and put it up against the couch, and I'm going to draw that curve. And then we're going to cut that out with a jigsaw. But we'll get it we let it cut down on the table saw and get it done. All right, the old table saw made short work of that. Now I want to try to get rid of some of the sharp edges. So we're gonna run this along my my disc sander. Got to clean this shop up. It's kind of a freaking mess, but you know, you all know how it is. Put stuff away. Should probably do that more often. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to sand down all the sharp edges and make them smooth, because we don't want the carpet rubbing up against a sharp edge. That's just going to cause, you know, it's just not good. Let's not do. All right. So I just went ahead and I sanded down the edges just to get rid of any sharp corners. I feel that the carpet will probably lay down a little bit better and tighter if we do it that way. So now I want to, I'm not going to really assemble this yet, but I want to get it kind of mocked up a little bit, and then we'll put it in place. And then I'm going to grab my pneumatic stapler and we'll staple it all together. Or maybe use the pin nailer. What do I have for nails? What do we got here? These are my staples. Staples are stronger. And these are 1 inch. These are 1 inch. So that's probably not going to be enough. So as you can see, a 1 inch staple doesn't give us a whole lot of, much of anything. So I think I have longer nails. Let's see what we got for nails. Finished nails. There we go. There's a pack of finished nails. These are 1 1/4. That'll be fine. Yeah, 1 1/4 finished nails. Actually, they're all loaded up in the gun. So why don't I go ahead and I'm going to nail this together. And then no, let's not do that. So because I didn't 45 the, so what I could have done is I could have 45 these so that the spacing on either side is exactly the same. But I decided not to do that for personal reasons. Not really. So I think what I want to do is I want to have more on this side than on this side. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to mock it up so that it's going to be like this. And this is going to get nailed to the couch when it's all said and done with a pin nailer, finish nailer. All right, so let me mock this up. I'm going to draw my curve, or make sure it clears that knot. Yeah, that'll clear that knot, and then, so that'll be cut off. All right, let me go ahead and do that. All right, this is pretty much the track I need to follow. As long as I'm on the inside of that mark, that's all I need to worry about. All right, so that's going to pretty much cover that contour. And then this is going to be, obviously, the one in the back will be at the same height. But that follows the hard contour of the couch's frame, which is kind of what I'm going for. So now all I got to do is nail this all. I'm going to glue and nail it together. And then I'm going to start wrapping it with cloth. But I got to sand the edges once more. So now we got to shoot this together without shooting myself in the face. There we go. Just hold that in place. Okay, and that's it. And the glue will eventually harden. Now, again, clamps, my friends, clamps make the world of difference, because this actually shifted. So this is going to be an ad for Jorgensen clamps. Um, or whatever your brand is. I have clamps, they're just not the right size for this kind of project. So, oops. That one went through. I like the sparks, you know. That was too close to the edge. There we go. So now we're getting somewhere. So that's pretty much it. Now we're going to cover this with fabric. I'm going to use my hand stapler. I'm going to sand this down. I'm going to just use my belt sander, and then we're going to sand that down and make it level, even. I'm going to also rip this nail out that went through the wrong way. So yeah, that's pretty much that's the dealio. So I still have the air compressor in the house, so I'll be ready to I'm going to staple it through the carpet, or nail it through the carpeting into the sofa. And I don't want the nails to be too long. You're probably thinking, well, shouldn't you use like a longer nail to go through the fabric? No, because I want this to be easily removed, because it will be recovered at some point. Cats are cats. They're going to ruin it in no time. So I'm not going to glue. I was going to glue the carpet to it, and then I decided against it because, again, it will have to be redone again at some point. So we won't be doing anything like that. So I am going to use some Super 77. This is not carpet adhesive. It's not as strong, but it will help keep it in position when I start to staple it into the wood. For staples, we're going to use, oh, here it is. Yeah, one of these is a wire stab, this one. And we got some staples in there. Do I have any more in a box? I do. Probably should get more, but I think I have enough to do the job. So we'll keep that out. Okay. I think Oreo is already looking at potentially annihilating this stuff. So this may not last very long. I probably a month. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying things out. I'm going to actually spray the adhesive on the carpet as well as the wood. So we'll cut that off. Okay, this is the finished product. Told you, trust the process. I may look like a buffoon, because I am one, but I like to problem solve, and that solves a problem. Now, they sell something like this on Amazon for like $60. It comes in like 4 different flavors, but thankfully we have a neutral colored couch, and this dark gray surprisingly works with our decor. I did confirm my, unfortunately, my pneumatic nailer won't do the job because the nails are too small. But there is some wood back here, and I'll be able, see, the biggest problem is right here, there's metal exposed. We don't want that. This covers it permanently. And Oreo, please be nice. So I'm going to have to nail this by hand, because my 1-inch nails, 1 1/4 they're just not going to do it. So we're going to nail it with these. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Now, when they destroy this, all I have to do is undo a couple of nails, recover it, and nail it back. And they will destroy it. That is inevitable. I was hoping to do finish nails, the little brad nails, because they're easier. I could just tear the thing off or whatever. But let's see how long that lasts. They're gonna fucking destroy it. I know that. But they're not. At least they won't be causing additional damage to the couch. Now I gotta clean up everything. As it goes. All right. Until the next time, thank you for watching. And the old lady's going to love that when she comes home. She's out pet sitting, and she does that for a couple of clients that pay her a bunch of money to just stay at her house, at their house. So when she comes home after a long week of pet sitting, she'll be like, "Oh my God, wow!" At least that's my hope. All right, thanks for watching. Okay, so this is all cleaned up, put in place. All the tools are in the garage, and our little couch scratchers are busy trying to figure out what's going on. I put a little bit of eucalyptus oil on this so that they will leave it alone. Cats are naturally repelled by eucalyptus. It is actually poisonous, so they have a natural aversion to it. Don't worry, they won't get hurt on this. If they were to chew on some eucalyptus leaves, they'd probably, But the idea is to keep them away from it, so they don't try to scratch it up again. Although we know how that'll go. Table legs are going to get painted again, as I am to do every year. Just touch them up. But I think I'm out of this paint, so I have to buy more. This is the one right here. This is the guy who scratched the shit out of our table. This is Tommy, and that is all his handiwork. Just him and him alone. Butterscotch, this guy here, he more or less goes for the cardboard that's in front of the radio. That's his place to scratch. He also scratches this. Actually, no. That's Oreo's job. This is all Oreo. Now, Oreo is our black and white cat. He's a tuxedo cat. Don't know where the hell he is right now, but this is where he scratches. See, the thing about cats is, if you have multiple cats, you quickly realize that no two are the same. And they each have their own quirks. For example, so this is where Tommy and Butterscotch typically scratch. But Tommy, I always find him, since he was a kitten, he would lay right here at that corner of this table. This is his spot. That is Butterscotch's spot right there. Okay. Oreo and Tommy, which are bonded siblings, by the way, they lay up here. So any fur that I vacuumed this up really well. And I put this down, which it was here at one point. Now it's back. This is all Oreo and Tommy. This is where those two lay. I mean, they really are unique. They have their own little places. Tommy's favorite hideout is actually that little niche under my new desk. So I put a little bed there for him, so you give him a place to lay down, so he's not on the cold hard wood floor. So I give him a place to lay down. It's nice and toasty and safe. It really is a niche. They like to find places where they are completely enclosed. That's how they relax. Now, Butterscotch, he sleeps next to me every night. Occasionally, he'll sleep next to Amelia, but he generally sleeps next to me. And that's every night since we got him. Since we adopted him almost a little over 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. Now that right there is that's Oreo. And you'll see they each have their own routines, their own little quirks. Tommy, this is rare. I got to point this out. This is a rare occasion. Tommy almost never lets me touch him. In fact, it took us 2 to 3 years before he would even come up to us. We've had them now 5 years at least. And he's now licking my feet. He's starting to come around. And if you move suddenly or do something that he doesn't like, he just runs away. I should point out that, like that, all 3 of our cats are indoor only. They never go outside. There were one or two occasions where Oreo got into the driveway. He actually followed us out one time, and he froze. He just stood there and froze. He looked around, and his hair started puffing out. He didn't know where he was or what to do, so he completely panicked, and I had to go retrieve him. And when I picked him up, it was like picking up a stuffed cat. He was so terrified. This guy is putting on a lot of weight. He's starting to get a little chubby. I'm getting a little worried about him. Trying to manage their food, but it's hard with 3 cats. Cats like to graze throughout the day. See, dogs, you could just put out a cup of food and they eat it. It's gone. Cats graze all day long. When they're not sleeping, they're eating. When they're not eating, they're sleeping. It's pretty much their day. Butter boy, come on. Come on. Come on. He'll come on. Actually, no, because if I'm petting Oreo, Butterscotch gets jealous. And those two fight. So I had to clip their nails, all 3 of them. They're starting to fight a little bit more as they get older. See, those two are in a power struggle. They're fighting for dominance. They're fighting for my attention, is what I've noticed that. Tommy, on the other hand, could care less. He just does whatever he does. But here comes Oreo. Let's see if he comes over. You want to play ball? Here. There you go. Just to bat it over to me. There's something over there that has his attention. Can I have the ball? Bat it over to me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Here comes Butterboy. Butterscotch, Butterboy, Butterman. Whatever. Get the ball. Right now he's not feeling happy with me. As soon as I put that oil on my hands, the eucalyptus oil, they've been acting funny around me. Not as warm and cuddly. They don't like that smell. No. That's not how you throw the ball. But anyway, I looked online, and you can buy something like this. The main difference being it actually kicks under the foot of the couch, and it looks like something that would just fall over. It's also not as tall as this, so it comes up to about here, which wouldn't have really helped us because there's, again, a bit of metal sticking out of this. So this is, I would say, a better idea long term than what you can buy online. This will permanently attach to the couch. It is removable. You just have to pull the nails. So if you need to replace the covering, and we probably will, that is an option. So anyway, thank you for watching, and yeah, those are our cats, and you can definitely you can't house-proof a cat, but you can cat-proof a house. That's the idea.